Hey guys, so it's me, Kiani. Today's video is my next installment to my Tester Invest series. Well, I'll be highlighting the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Cushion. Da-da-da! This is one of my most requested videos of the week. Thank you guys so much for those of you that have requested it. So sorry that it's taken me so long to get it up. But let me tell you, this video, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I have to tell you guys that I did venture out once I found out that this foundation was actually in stores. I had a coupon at Walmart. The price runs between, let's say, $16.97, and I actually found it in Walmart. I think I got it for right around $10. I did get it much cheaper in Walmart, but let me tell you, that was one of the most frustrating experiences I've had in makeup in quite a while. I'll insert some photos of me trying to swatch the foundation, and just trying to find my shade was like, oh my God. So I really think it was actually meant for me to be able to pull back and wait, go into my Walgreens, drugstores, or if L'Oreal, if you're listening, you guys need to come up with us a try-on station. But this is actually a really good attempt, so thumbs up for that. Moving into the foundation. Alright, so let's begin. I have two of these foundations. I have the W55 and I also have the N55. And also I have to make one major point. When I was in Walgreens to purchase the foundation, they had this little, what I would say is a True Match Lumi Cushion, a Find Your Shade guide, which I think is absolutely amazing. So if you're having difficulties trying to figure out what shade will work best for you in this, and the way it's designed, you basically, they're little, what do I call them? Almost like little tape strips here. And I don't know, because it's on like a transparent tape for you to pull off and basically be able to tell, stick it on your skin, I would probably say even on your face, and it will show which one of these foundations is going to work best for you. I think is spectacular that they even did this. I didn't find these strips in Walmart, just to add. I did purchase one of the foundations in Walmart. I didn't see these strips until I went into Walgreens. So if you're having difficulties, I think this would be a great little asset to trying to figure out what shade. And there's warm written on top of one, there's a neutral, and then of course cool, which is on this side. At the top, when it says cool, you will look best in silver jewelry. That would be cool. In the neutral, you look best in gold or silver jewelry, and in the warm, you look best in gold jewelry. So I tend to flow between neutral and warm, more so neutral, but of course using drugstore foundation, sometimes it oxidizes a little bit different, so this would be a great handy tool here. So this is what it looks like, this one being the warm side. See if you can kind of pick. And then this would be the neutral side. And of course, if I did cool, I would probably just lay it down the front of my face. So I just wanted to make that a point as well. I think this is great because I really struggled in this foundation. Let's get on with the testing, shall we? The N55 is the first one that I actually had, and I have to say it came out really, really cool. I wanted to say that this was the first impression, but like I said, I've actually a little bit delayed getting this video out because the shade just didn't work. It didn't work, and then we had a snowstorm, so it was hard for me to get back out to get another shade. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this right here. This one being the N55. And just using the sponge here. And I'm going to put that one, that's the N55 side, and then we're going to try the W55. The N55 shade, I want to say, is Perfect Beige, and the W55 is Suntan. So when you pull it up like this, opens like so. You have your cute little mirror and sponge. I'm going to open it up, and there's another seal here. I have to open. This is what it looks like. I'm just going to grab a little bit of this, and the foundation just kind of comes out. Can you see the difference there? Cool, well, neutral, and this is warm. So surprisingly, I'm leaning more toward the warm side in this foundation. Interesting. Interesting. So I'm actually going to go with the W55 and we'll see what the finalized results look like. It's actually a cushion with foundation inside, hence the name Cushion. Now, again, L'Oreal is not the first one to come up with this, and I want to say that the United States is probably one of the latter ones to, or one of the latter countries to actually get this foundation, because from what I hear, the technology of the Cushion foundation actually comes from Asian countries. So yay for them, yay for us for now getting it. I will say that I finally settled on the shade W55, which is actually what I'm wearing right now, and I did very minimal products on top of the foundation to get it to wear. I will also say that it actually wears much better, or it actually applies better with a dampened beauty blender. I did see when I was actually trying to go back on top to build a second layer just to make sure I had enough coverage just to feel comfortable with the foundation. Not that you really needed it, but just really wanted to see how buildable the foundation was. It did work better with a damp beauty blender for me. I absolutely love this foundation. I have to say, as far as my first impression, once I figured out what shade, because the N55, whereas I'm usually pretty neutral in most color lines, I actually went much warmer with the L'Oreal brand. So I'm very excited that I did find a shade. Very minimal tweaking with the foundation. It blends out really nice. I get a beautiful luster. The highlight that you're probably actually seeing right now, like, girl, what is that highlight? That is the new Wet n Wild Illuminating palette in Catwalk Pink. This is in your local drugstores as well for $4.99. But very minimal. I did set it with a translucent powder on the outer perimeter of my face. I went back in with my CoverGirl pressed powder just to set the outer perimeter. And then, of course, I popped a little bit of the highlight on top. And I'm actually wearing my, as far as lips, I'm actually wearing my Ben Nye Chocolate Pencil Matte Velvet Teddy lipstick, just in case you guys want to know. But yeah, my first impression on the foundation, it's beautiful. I really am liking it. I'm actually going into a place right now that I'm really liking more skin-like products, and this is actually fitting the bill. But you know what? We're going to test it all day long. I have a lot of things to run around. I'm actually on my way out right now to my daughter's award ceremony. So yay, Miss Chloe. It's right about 10 till 9. And I'm actually going to test this makeup all day long. I'm going to take a few photos right now, insert those of what the foundation looks like, and then we'll test it all day long to really see if the foundation holds all day long. So as with all of the rest of my Test and Invest videos, stay tuned and I'll let you know my finalized commentary. Hey guys, and now I'm back. It's now 9:13, which means we've had a full 12 hours to wear this new L'Oreal True Match Lumi Cushion Foundation. Again, I'm wearing the shade W5.5. I am absolutely in love with this foundation. It has not budged, and I have done everything from going to my daughter's school, taking photos. I've actually even been on a conference call, hands touching my face, you know, doing this type of situation. The only thing I really had to retouch up was my lips, which had absolutely nothing to do with the lipstick. So I'm actually going to give this foundation 2 thumbs up. It does hold its complexion very well. Once you get the right shade, I didn't have any problems with it oxidizing. I did use a very light translucent powder, so I would say, especially if you have dry skin, it holds absolutely amazingly. I was actually dealing with a little bit of dry patches around my eyebrows, and I did kind of lacerate my eyebrow with a razor. You couldn't even see that, and it did penetrate this really deep scar that I have right here on my forehead. So I would also even say, if you have dry patches, that it would probably go out across them and not really accentuate them. I don't have any problems really with oily skin, so I would say if you are going to try this with oily skin, I would think this time of the year, if it's cold where you are, you're actually having the weather work on your side. It's not the foundation. It's not one of those foundations that stays very tacky feeling. It just gives a beautiful luster to the skin. So you know what? I will say, even though it was very difficult for me to figure out my shade through the storm and all those things that I had to go to get my hands on this foundation, I am actually going to give this foundation 2 thumbs up. Do I think it's worth your $16, $12, or even $17 investment? Absolutely. I will say check your mailbox, because L'Oreal probably has already sent you a $2 coupon off, which means if you're going to Walmart to purchase the foundation, it was on sale for $14.97 to get that foundation for a little bit more of an inexpensive price. But I would say, you know what, with its claims of being a very luminous foundation, easy to apply and pretty handy to carry with you, I think you actually have something really, really good on your hands. I do wish that L'Oreal would expand their color range. I want to say there were probably only 12 shades in this, which kind of created a little bit of difficulty finding the right shade. I want to say there is a shade that's, I want to say going to level 7 or possibly even 8. So there again, they didn't expand the range as much as I would like them to have on women of color or complexions that are much deeper than mine. But however, there is one that is actually right in there, so you can actually find that shade to work for you, and this is the type of foundation that you're looking for. You know what, again, I'm going to give it 2 thumbs up. And there you are, you have my finalized commentary on this new L'Oreal True Match Lumi Cushion Foundation. Do I think this would be a product that I would actually use over and over again? Absolutely. And now I would like for you to leave your thoughts. Have you tried this foundation? Is it something that you're actually looking forward to trying? Make sure that you comment down below. That's all we have for now, guys. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram at love_Kiani to never miss another upload. Make sure that you click that subscribe button so therefore you never miss that upload as well. And yeah, until next time, guys, thanks so much for watching. Hugs and kisses. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.